Now, just want to get something out of the way first, just in case there's any Americans in. The accent's Scottish, not Irish. And while we're at it, just for the record, if your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother is from Scotland, does not make you part Scottish. It's a nationality, not a homeopathic remedy. Now, I've been living in London for a while now, love London, but when I first moved here, it took me a wee while to get used to some of your weirder, trendier English idiosyncrasies. Stuff like fruit, veg, unbattered confectionery. Now, as we all know, big debate up in Scotland at the moment's independence. Now, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I don't think they've thought this through properly. I mean, Scotland, we've got oil reserves. If we do get independence, just how long do they think it's going to be before America's liberating the Scottish people? And of course, we've got our problems up in Scotland. You know, we're not exactly the most health-conscious nation, and, well, probably the only country is maternity wards of cigarette vending machines. But do you know what really gets me? Do you know what really galls me? It's what we're becoming best known for. Now, is it the rich culture and history? Is it the stunning raw beauty of the Highlands? Is it the Edinburgh tattoo, which incidentally in some parts of Scotland is fuck Westminster inked in the forearm? No, none of that. What we've become best known for is our love of all things deep fried. Now, admittedly, we have brought this on ourselves, and things like the deep fried Snickers run hasn't helped. Glasgow equivalent of a marathon. That's not doing us any favours. But you see, the thing is, it's not just our food we like fried. This extends to other things in Scotland. Take, for example, our holidays. Now, you can always spot the Scots on holiday. We're the ones that arrive at a resort whiter than a BNP rally and leave, looking like a cross between a fried tomato and a napalm victim. Now, get this. When I was a kid, my mother did not consider herself having had a good holiday until she peeled the equivalent of an entire bodysuit of skin. Oh, you think that's gross? You think that's... Trust me, you do not know gross until you have gone into a bathroom and picked up off the floor what you thought was a bathing cap before realising it was the discarded peelings from your mother's tits. Oh, it gets worse. Somebody once threw a used Johnny onto our balcony, and I thought my dad had been sunbathing naked. But despite our shortcomings, we're a very competitive nation, especially, of course, when it comes to the English, which, let's be honest, usually doesn't end well. I mean, you don't trounce us at everything. Oh no, we are still whopping your ass at tennis and teenage pregnancies. One thing we do like up in Scotland, though, is our football. Now, me, I'm not so much into football, but I can never understand why you guys get so worked up when England never manages to get anywhere in the World Cup. Spare a thought for Scotland. Our national team trying to qualify for anything like watching those embarrassing X Factor auditions. Only way we're ever going to get through is if Louis Walsh gets on the board of FIFA. Because one thing we are good at, though, is drinking. Now, the reason we're so good at that is because we start them young in Scotland. Now, take when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my grandmother's answer to any ailment was a whiskey toddy. Earache, whiskey. Bad stomach, whiskey. Temperature, whiskey. So she thought it was some kind of universal antibiotic. Thanks to a bit of toothache, I turned up to my first day at junior school with hangover. And that was despite having a hair of the dog with my Cocoa Pops that morning. But I don't go home that often now. Part of the reason behind which is I don't go home with my sister-in-law. Hoop earrings, too big to fit in the cash for gold envelope, get the idea. But actually, to be honest, I've never really got on with any of my brother's girlfriends. I mean, right, take his first fiancée for example. Give you an idea. She really set the bar low. She really took the piss. 5 times. 5 times he paid for her to come over from Thailand. 5 times he paid for her to come over before he discovered her nasty little secret. Yeah, she actually lived in Slough. Anyway, you guys have been great fun. I'm Carl Wallace. Good night.